Okay, yes, hi. It's been a little while since my last video, but I'm back again um, with Tribes games. Yeah, Tribes Ascend is a free to play first-person shooter that came out a couple of months ago. I think now it's been. I think the beta was around for about 4 or 5 months, and it's just recently released to the public. Good timing because I've just finished building a new computer so I can play all these new games. And yeah, so Tribes Ascend, it's really cool, really fun game. Last time I played a Tribes game was back around the Tribes 2 days, which I guess was probably about 98, 99. So it's great to play some more Tribes. For those of you who don't know or not familiar with Tribes, it's quite a lot different to a lot of other first-person shooters out there. It's very skill-based. Not to say that there aren't other first-person shooters out there that aren't really based on skill, but to be perfectly frank, games like Call of Duty and things like that are pretty slow-paced and not really a lot of skill involved, I don't think, my opinion anyway. But Tribes is one of those games that you could really only play on the computer. It's really fast-paced, quite a lot different to a lot of other shooters. It has a really cool mechanic that not a lot of other shooters have ever really done before or even tried to emulate or copy from Tribes, which is the skiing mechanic. Skiing in Tribes is basically what it sounds like. You can ski along mountain slopes to build speed by holding the spacebar. In Tribes Ascend, as you can see on the left and right hand sides of the screen there, which just popped up now, you can see the speed that you're traveling at, and the whole idea of skiing is to build up as much momentum as possible using the down slopes to ski down to build speed, and then using your jetpack in combination to keep that momentum going, that speed going, to then hit the next slope and keep that speed going. So for classes like kind of scout sort of classes, really lightweight classes, there's a variant of the soldier class in Tribes called the Pathfinder class, which is perfect for fast skiing, capture the flag sort of type of a role on the team. As you can see there, you can just breeze right through enemy bases, collect the flag with a really high rate of speed, and then just blow right out the back of that base. And you know, because you've got so much speed built up, it's very difficult for someone static sitting at their base to start a chase with you. So in this game, I think it's 1-0 at the moment. I grabbed the first flag, and I basically rinse, repeat, just keep going, keep hitting their enemy base with this basically the same approach, with this super fast kind of, you know, capture the flag approach. I need to practice a little bit on my skiing. I always seem to hit the that wall there when I come back up into the base, but the idea is to just keep that momentum going and blow right out the back of your base if you've just collected the flag, or yeah, just keep it going once you've collected the flag from the enemy base. And with that high rate of speed, it's very difficult for them to catch you. So Tribes, yeah, very fun. There's been a couple of other games, as I mentioned. I last kind of played around with Tribes back in the Tribes 2 days, about 10 years ago almost now. And over 10 years actually. And there's been a couple of other games since then. I think Tribes Vengeance was previous to this. There might have been a Tribes 3, but I can't really remember. Tribes 2, in my opinion, is probably the best Tribes game that's ever come out. This is very close, if not better than Tribes 2, if I can say. I don't know, there might be Tribes purists out there that will disagree, but I think this could actually be more fun than Tribes 2. Oh, just missed the flag there. Have to run back. There we go. Captured that flag. Yeah, so as I mentioned, it's got a skiing mechanic, which is quite a lot different. It's fast-paced, which is quite a lot different to a lot of first-person shooters. It makes it difficult for campers to really do anything in this game. So it's a great deterrent for camping. It keeps the game fun and fast-paced. They kind of play towards that fun, fast-paced approach. When you collect the flag and you're going really quick, the music changes. It's really upbeat. It's really quick. It gets you going. And yeah, it's super fun. Got another flag now. It's quite rewarding when you're doing this as well. Tribes does a really good job of introducing perks and unlocking new weapons, unlocking new abilities, things like that. You get these medals as you play through the game, which kind of add to your profile or whatever. But it's good incentive to keep going and trying new things. I think this is the fourth flag. There we go. Still need to practice on that that approach, but that's the fourth flag. All I had to do was do this one more time and we would have wrapped up the game basically in about 5 or 6 minutes. But I spent the second half of this game just trying to get this last flag, but I think they caught on that I just kept on, blowing into their base, grabbed their flag, take it right back. So they started getting guys into their base, defending that a little bit more. I think they upgraded their turrets at their bases and things like that to stop me from just blowing right in. That's another thing that's a lot different with Tribes to a lot of other online multiplayer first-person shooters, is the concept of bases and fixed defenses, things like that. In Tribes, you have, I guess in the capture of the flag mode, we can talk about, you have an individual, each team has its own base. Your base has your flag. It also has points in your base to repair yourself, you regain health, things like that. There's inventory stations as well, where you can reload your weapons, swap out for new weapons, potentially change your class and things like that, which I haven't played around with too much, but you can change class midway through your game, I think, from an inventory station. There's vehicles in the game, so each base has a vehicle pad where you can use the credits that you build up in the game. You can see on the top right corner there the credits that I've currently earned by doing things in the game. You can spend those credit points on changing weapons, upgrading, getting new ammo, getting vehicles, things like that. Underneath the credits bar there, I think there's cooldowns that you can spend some of that credit on as well. Like, so you can call down an airstrike, you can call an inventory station outside of your base, so you can call that down from the sky. It's kind of like the kill streak system from other games like Call of Duty and things, but it allows people that aren't really all about just getting the kills to give them more incentive to do other things like capture flags or be a team player, and they can contribute to the team as well, rather than having to just get kills and things like that. I mean, Tribes has a team deathmatch mode where you just kill the enemy team, but there's a lot more to it. And I mean, a lot of other games build capture the flag on top of their game originally, like however they've got their game, and Tribes is kind of the total opposite of that. The whole idea of Tribes is really based around capture the flag. It's the core part of the game, and that's what makes it so different and so unique and so good, so much fun. So yeah, as I mentioned, this last part of the game, I just have a really hard time getting this last flag. It's like 4-0 or 4-0. They've kind of caught on, and they just start defending that flag pretty well these days. So yeah, it's making it really hard for me to get that last one. It's funny that my teammates didn't actually try really as well. I don't know what my team was doing in this game, but it felt like I was just kind of doing everything. I mean, I think this game was a very small game. It was only 2-on-2, I think, yeah. 2 versus 3 at this point, so there's not a lot of people in the game. But having said that, if you are interested in playing Tribes, it is free. It's free to play. You go to the website. I can put the website link in the description. You just sign up. It takes a couple of minutes couple of seconds, I should say, to sign up. And that's it. You download the client. I think it's about 5.5 gig. I basically left mine overnight and it was done the next day. It's regularly patched and maintained by the developers in the community. This is actually really crazy here. I didn't know what this orbital strike did, so I just called it in. Probably should have called it in at the base, but I ended up killing myself anyway. I'll have to remember that one for next time. It might come in handy. Yeah, but it's maintained quite well by the community as well as by the developers. They keep patching it. They've actually released a patch just last week, I think, to include some new balance changes and new weapons and things like that. So it's definitely a much loved game by the developers, and it really shows. It is a free-to-play game. Free-to-play is a lot different to kind of what it used to be. Like, I guess you would always hear, oh, free-to-play, that game must be really crap, really boring. But this is really like a AAA kind of game. It's free-to-play, but there are microtransactions in the game. So, yeah, for example, as you go and unlock all the weapons and different armor, different classes, things like that, you can unlock those just by using experience points that you gain throughout playing the game. But if you're, if you don't want to spend the time and go through and unlock everything yourself, you can spend real-world money on gold credit points in the game, and you can use those credit points to unlock things in the game as well. So that's partially the way that they get their money, I think. It can take you quite a long time to unlock things if you just rely on the experience points to buy those. So there's incentive to spend money in the game to unlock stuff, especially if you really get into it and you play it all the time. It might be worth at least spending a couple of dollars and get some gold credits to unlock a few things. But yeah, it's possible to play the whole game for free. You don't have to pay for it, so it's pretty good. There's a lot of other games out there these days that are kind of doing this free-to-play thing, like Blacklight Retribution, and there's another online FPS that's free. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be a lot of Australian servers at the moment on that game, but luckily Tribes has really good coverage worldwide. There's quite a lot of support and quite a lot of servers in the Oceania, Australia region. So getting online games with generally a lot of players in the game with really low pings is really easy to do in Australia, which is great. Depending on what time you're playing, this is recorded on a Sunday night, so there wasn't really a lot of people playing at the time, but on the weekends and weeknights, it's usually quite full. Yeah, definitely having a lot of fun with this game. It's a great game. The game's Tribes Ascend for the PC. It's available now, totally free. You should download it. Yeah, my first video back. It's been probably about 6 months since I last did a video, as I mentioned at the top of the video, but hopefully I'll be getting in and doing a lot more now that I've got a new computer to actually record these on. Hopefully I'll be able to get a lot more out soon. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Good to do another one. I'll see you soon.